You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
You got a big bag, let me bang. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game.
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 Show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game right there.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet, and make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of Elite Fleet. The sun is about to set. That means it's time for me to get the cook up. And what I want to talk about today is it modern men's fault? Specifically modern black men, if we're being honest. But is it modern men's fault modern women are so okay being overweight? Now, I did a video on this a long time ago where I said black men are the reason that women give them their worst. Women come in planning on giving black men their worst. All right. And now I have a survey that backs up my theory on why that is, and actually backs up women theories on why that is. All right. Now, before I get into this, I want to play the video that's gone viral that has sparked this conversation in the first place. Check it out right here.
I like my man to be more physically fit.
Okay.
If anyone's gonna be fat in the relationship, it's gonna be me. I like to eat. So with my weight, some men aren't attracted, and I'm not attracted to fat guys either, but I'm confident at the weight that I am. Sorry, I'm not changing for you. I'm living for me. So if I want to go eat a little pint of Haagen-Dazs, I'm gonna eat a pint of Haagen-Dazs.
Now, some of y'all might be watching this and y'all might be thinking there's a whole bunch of stuff wrong with what her fat ass just said. Alright? Y'all might be thinking, how dare she sit up there, built like Jigglypuff, built like Clefairy, that evolved into Clefable, and then shortened itself and became Kirby, sucking up every goddamn thing, turning into a goddamn Karate Kid because she done ate the goddamn book on martial arts. Got the nerve to say, well, I don't like fat men. First of all, problem number one is just the cat calling the kettle black. It's amazing to me how women don't have a problem being the cat that's calling the kettle black. They do it all the time. Because I know you're sitting there like, how her fat ass gonna say she don't want to date a fat person? First of all, let me explain something to you. This is a woman you stay away from, because not only is she delusional, but she hates herself. Because I want you to understand something. How can a woman be fat and say she doesn't want to date fat men? She's fat. I want you guys to understand that. There's not much difference between her fat ass and a fat man. All right? They both got titties. They both got rolls. There is not much of a difference between the two. So if she can't look at a fat man and think, okay, I want to procreate with this man, or I want to be in a relationship with him, or I'm even attracted to him, how do you think her fat ass is going to look in the mirror at her damn self and be attracted to herself and love what she sees in the mirror, or love her goddamn self? She don't. That's my point. She just doesn't have the discipline to stop eating herself into a shape that's not only going to kill her ass young, but also that she doesn't even like, clearly, because she won't date a man who's the same shape as her. So this woman hates her goddamn self, on top of being delusional, all right? And on top of asking for things she can't supply. She wants a fit man and her ass ain't in shape. All right? And even worse than that, she talking about, if there's going to be anyone who's fat in a relationship, it's going to be me. Now, you think she's talking to white men with these comments? You think she's talking to Asian men with these comments? Now, she might be talking to Hispanic men with these comments, because y'all Hispanic brothers love y'all a fat chick too. All right? Yeah, I ain't sleep on y'all with them damn gorditas. Y'all come up with them big burrito bean eating chicks, patting they telly, built like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You poke them, they be like, hoo hoo, see, hoo hoo. You be like, you want something else to eat? You want something else to eat? You want some more refried beans, Rachel? She was like, hoo hoo, see, hoo hoo. Nah, but seriously, you think she's talking to white men or Asian men with that comment? Nope. She's that confident because her ass is black. And she knows that even though she's built like a nose tackle, who you could put in the middle of the line and stop Derrick Henry from running for 100 yards, all right? Even though she's built like she could protect the hell out of Aaron Rodgers' blind side in New York, because he's going to need some help because their line is trash. Even though all that's true, she can confidently say, I want you to be in shape, and I'm going to continue to be a fat ass who hates myself because black men don't care. And she's not the only woman who thinks this way. Now, I told you guys before, I did a video about women talking about how they can give black men their worst selves. All right, check it out. I don't know. As you can see, that white woman had no problem saying, hey, I attracted a lot of black men when I was overweight. You seen in the comments, they were like, same. One girl said, that's why I stay in shape. The other girl said, that's why I love my black and Hispanic men, because my kings, because they'll accept me even when I'm at my lowest. I told y'all Hispanic men, y'all ain't getting out of this. Y'all always trying to salsa y'all way out of shit. No, not me. Not me. I'm not black. I'm Dominican. Not me. Now, you like fat chicks, too. But anyways, now, all right, on top of the fact that I see this with my own two eyes, on top of the fact that I hear women saying this, we have an official study now that proves that black men love chubby chasing. All right, so y'all complaining about her making this viral video, but my point in this video is it's y'all fault. It's y'all fault her fat ass thinks she can just continue to be a fat ass and clog her arteries up, and then the man that you be in shape still. All right, black and Hispanic men, you did this. You too, both of you. Again, Latinos, I'm not running y'all salsa y'all way out of this. Y'all in this too. But anyways, let's check out this article really quick. And it comes from the National Library of Medicine, so don't tell me, oh, this isn't official. Yes, it is. Y'all like fat chicks. Yes, it is. Anyways, going forward, it says, a profusion of studies have demonstrated that body size is a major factor in mate selection for both men and women. The particular role played by weight, however, has been subject to some debate, particularly with respect to the type of body size that's deemed most attractive, and scholars have questioned the degree to which body size preferences are constant across groups. In this paper, we drew from two perspectives on the issues: sexual strategies theories and what we termed the cultural variability perspective, and used survey data to examine how body size was associated with casual dating and serious romantic relationships. All right, now I want y'all to peep. They said with both casual dating and serious romantic relationships. All right, I'm just going to read this theory to y'all, then I'm going to summarize the article. I'll put the link in the description if y'all want to actually read it, because if I read it, it'd take all day, because this is actually scholar study. All right, you know how when you was in college they used to tell you not to use Google as a resource, even though that's what all y'all goddamn YouTubers do. Y'all Google a statistic to back up your bias ass point, and then say, look, it's a statistic. It's a statistic. No, this is Jay Shores, all right? Academic article, all right? This is put forth by academia. This ain't no Google link, all right? But anyways, so it would take all day if I read the whole thing. I'm going to summarize it. And use survey data to examine how body size was associated with both casual dating and serious romantic relationship. We used a United States sample of 386 African American adolescents and young adults between ages 16 and 21 living in the Midwest and Southeast who were enrolled in either high school or college. Results showed that overweight women were more likely to report. Now, this is a gem, because I've said this before. Ladies, all y'all ladies talking about some, it don't matter if I'm fat. It don't matter if I'm fat. Somebody's still going to talk to me. I get plenty of men. Yeah, but you only get them for one night. Maybe two, if the head is right. But usually just one night. And this article is about to prove it. Statistically. All right, from an academic study. This is the academia. These are professors. It's not my opinion. God damn it. Results showed that overweight women were more likely to report casually dating than women in the thinner weight categories or the thinnest weight categories. Body size was not related to dating status among men. Go figure. You know why? Because women only care about looks when it comes to a fling. And even then, if you got money, you got a fling and you got a serious. All right? If you got money, all right, and then you're a masculine man, you can get past your looks. Now, this just proves two things I said all the time. One, just because you fat and somebody will come and chase your fat ass down and tie you up and go hard chasing, they'll be like this.
There's a big trick for you if you stay still! Catch him!
Thomas, Linda, you gotta...
It does not mean you're gonna get wifed or you're gonna get kept or anyone's gonna be in a serious relationship with you. That doesn't mean none of you will be, but it, for a fact, not an opinion, lowers your chances at seriously dating, but it does not hinder your chances of getting your back blown out, which is all I've been trying to tell y'all. Alright? But two, it proves what I've also said to men, which is men always on here complaining. You got that dude, goddamn it, what's his name? PewDiePie, not PewDiePie, Wheat Waffles. Y'all got that clown Wheat Waffles, and I made this video a long time ago. That clown Wheat Waffles out here giving face ratings. How attractive you are on a scale of whatever to whatever. And I've been telling y'all, it does not matter. The most important thing when it comes to women is masculinity, personality, and financial status. Masculinity, personality, financial status. Looks, right? As in rather or not you're handsome and rather or not you have a nice body is icing on the cake. The foundation of the cake is masculinity, personality, and financial status. Which is why I don't understand why y'all always come out here complaining about being fat or complaining about being ugly and talking about how you're going to be an incel because you fat and ugly. Because if you would get your money up and go outside so you can build some social skills, you would be fine. It would not matter that you're fat and ugly. Women, all right, are not. It doesn't mean sometimes, don't get me wrong. If you're handsome and you have a nice body, you're going to get laid. But what I'm saying to you is if you're a woman and you're ugly and you're fat, no one's going to take you serious. It's not my opinion anymore. It's a fact now. All right, don't argue with me. Argue with the researchers. No one's going to take you serious. You have a very low chance of being taken serious for all you not people. But if you're a man and you're ugly and you're fat, but your masculinity, personality, and your money is on point, you will be okay. So as I've said multiple times, the 80-20 rule is BS. Men actually have more stabs than women have. Women have to win the genetic lottery. We don't. We could lose the genetic lottery and still get women. All right? Or you could win a genetic lottery and be a broke-ass bum, but because you won a genetic lottery, you will still get women. So we got two different ways we can attack it. We can attack it with looks, or we can attack it with masculinity, personality, and financial status. Or we can have all of it. But they only got one main way, and that's their looks. Now, I've been trying to train y'all not to be like that, but just their looks. So it proves two of my goddamn points. But anyway, going further into the article. All right, let's keep going down here. Among women, the results suggest stronger support for the cultural variability argument than for sexual strategies theory. Potential explanations for these findings are discussed. All right. Now, this becomes the part of where I'm going to kind of basically recap this because it would take too long. Essentially, what they did is they found out for a fact that African American men, all right, tend to prefer dating women who are bigger, whereas white men prefer to date women who are smaller. They essentially ran a test, right? And in the test, they took silhouettes, and they had silhouettes of thicker women, and they had silhouettes of thinner women, and they would ask the men to pick the silhouettes, and the white men overwhelmingly almost always selected the thinnest silhouettes, and the black men selected the thicker silhouettes. Now, to be fair to black men, because I know we're taking the ass kicking right now, right? But to be fair to black men, I will say this. The article does not show you the silhouettes. I wish that the article did show you the silhouettes, because we all know on America's cultural weight scale, it can be a little messed up. Like, for example, first of all, this also proves another point I brought up all the time where I was like, black men like thick women. And when Kevin Samuels was walking around talking that size 4 dress size BS, and I was like, man, I don't know black men want no size 4. Do y'all know how small that is? This theory proves what I said. All y'all was out here capping, talking about some, you want a thin ass woman. You don't want no goddamn thin women. And a lot of times, white men only want women that thin because they like women who look like little girls. Let me leave that one alone. Anyways, I will say this in defense of black men. I need you guys to realize I didn't see the silhouettes. But because the way the American weight scale is set up, This could be a trick bag, and it might not be as bad as we think that it is. What I mean by that is, if you took Taylor Swift and made a silhouette, right? And then you took Ice Spice and you made a silhouette, Ice Spice would be the thick or heavy silhouette. Taylor Swift would be the thin silhouette. Ain't no black man taking Taylor Swift over Ice Spice. I ain't taking Taylor Swift over Ice Spice, all right? You can do this with it. You can say Scarlett Johansson versus Megan Thee Stallion, right? Megan Thee Stallion is going to be the thicker silhouette. She's going to be the one who's technically overweight. Even though we know Ice Spice and Megan Thee Stallion aren't fat. Now, they're a couple of cheeseburgers away from being fat, all right? That's going to get into another theory that I'm going to bring back up later. But they're not fat. But by the scale, if they were next to Scarlett Johansson and Taylor Swift, they would be considered fat. Now, I'm picking Megan Thee Stallion and Ice Spice over Taylor Swift and Scarlett Johansson as examples. I'm just talking about body types. I'm not talking about them as women, right? So that would make me technically considered to be liking bigger women. All right, so I did not see the silhouettes. So I don't know how big the size difference is. So in defense of black men, they might not be talking about somebody quite as fat as the woman at the beginning of the video. But I know, all right, I know and I've heard women say and have seen with my own damn eyes, and this study all backs up, that out of all men, black men and Hispanic men, we ain't forgot about y'all, cha men, nah, but I know, and this study verifies, black men like bigger women. So now that we know for a fact black men like bigger women, how can black men be upset when a black woman's out here like, I'm fat, I'm okay being fat, if anyone's gonna be fat, it's gonna be me, but your ass need to be in shape? Because here's the thing, women never overwhelmingly said they like fat men. Now, going back to what I said earlier, if you got everything else, does your looks really matter? No. But women have never denied predominantly preferring men with hot bodies. Now, they'll try to settle down with a dude with a dad bod. This is where they get y'all with the trick bag, because women don't like competition. When women want to settle down, they want to pick a man that they feel like the least amount of women will really try to come at. So they try to get them a cute little teddy bear type. They don't want you ripped and shredded most of the time, because they got low self-esteem. Not all, but most. They don't want you. That's when they'll go for the dad bod. But if we talking about who about to blow that back out, all the way up until the point where they want to settle down, it ain't going to be your fat ass unless you got the big three, which is money, all right, personality, and masculinity. Otherwise, it ain't going to be your fat ass. Women have never trained men to believe that they prefer fatter men or that it's okay for men to be fat. If anything, they just leave that alone. They don't really say one way or the other. That's because if you get them here, they don't really care. Again, body's icing on a cake, but a cake with icing tastes better than a cake without icing, right? But men, on the other hand, especially black and Hispanic men, y'all have trained y'all women to realize, hey, we can be fat and still get kept. We can be fat and still get talked to. So they have less of an incentive to keep themselves thin than Asian and white women do. Hence why Hispanic and black women are almost always bigger than Asian and white women are. Now, again, going back to the Megan Thee Stallion and Ice Spice versus the Taylor Swift and Scarlett Johansson argument, it's a little bit of a variable on how much bigger or how much smaller we're talking here. Because when I said black men don't like a size 4 dress size, I wasn't talking about no damn Big Bertha. I was talking about Ice Spices and Megan Thee Stallions. But I will give y'all this gem. Again, some of the best gems come from people who stay to the end. I repeat, some of the best gems come to the people who stay to the end. You don't really want to knock up an Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion body type, though, if I'm being honest with you. All right, listen, black men. Let me tell you something right now. 90% of thick women, right? Women built like Megan Thee Stallion. Women built like Ice Spice. I know, because I've dated them. Now, going forward, I wouldn't. For the reason I'm about to tell you guys. You want to have fun with them, that's fine. But the reason you don't date them or marry them is because women with those body types generally are a cheeseburger or two away from just being fat. You can visualize. Tell me I'm lying, man. I want you to really think about this, man. Visualize Ice Spice and tell me you can't picture a fat version of her. Even though you've never seen it, you can picture it. You can look at her and be like, you know what? I can see her blowing up. I can see it. Her ankle's already a little thick. She already kind of got a little cankle going on. Same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. You can see it. It hasn't happened yet, but you can see where it could come in. You can visualize it. It's better to get you a thin chick if we're talking about marriage, right? Or long-term relationship. Now, obviously, I'm not getting into personality and background and family and all that stuff, because right now we're just talking about body types. But the reason I generally say it's better to go with a thin body type when it's time to wife someone up than a thick body type, right? Even if it's the right type of thick, like those two, is because if you put a baby in a skinny woman, all right, most of the time she's gonna go back to being skinny, or she's gonna come back thick, built like Ice Spice and Megan Thee Stallion. Generally, babies help thick women. Now, you got a chance that it might not go that way, but most of the time it does. And also, if you're dealing with a thin chick or a fit chick, I prefer a fit chick to a thin chick if I'm being honest with you, but that's neither here nor there. They either have a metabolism high enough that they're going to snap back, or they have a work ethic to where they're going to snap back. Thick chicks, generally, not all the time, but generally we're just kind of born thick. All right, the metabolism is not that high, that's why they're thick, but it's not that low, that's why they're not fat. So they have a kid and they gain that baby weight, the likelihood they're going to burn that baby weight off is slim to none. I've seen a lot of dudes who have fine ass baby mamas built like Ice Spice, built like Megan Thee Stallion, and they knocked them up and it went downhill, man. The stock crashed, all right? So you got to be careful with that. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying generally you're probably going to be better off long term if you go with more of a thinner body type than a thicker body type, because when you knock her up, she's most likely going to become thicker anyway. She got room to add weight. A woman who's thick don't really have much room to add too much more weight, because like I said, she's usually a cheeseburger away from just being fat. You make that cheeseburger a double, you in trouble. Alright, but in summation of this video was a little bit fun. Yes, there were some facts in it, but I kind of wanted to have fun with this one too, joke around a little bit. But either way, this video's gone viral. Everybody's mad at her fat ass for saying what she said, specifically black men. But how could black men be mad when they like fat women? Black men have to change their own narrative and up their own goddamn standards. Again, it should be embarrassing for black men that women feel like they can just bring us any damn thing. Then demand us to be in shape, or demand us to have money, or whatever you want to call it. So what you might call it. They can ask us for whatever they like. But they won't even lose weight for us. Shorty straight up said, I'm not losing weight. I'm comfortable with my size. But she gonna tell you to be fit. She's not comfortable because y'all brothers be starving. She's not comfortable because y'all brothers be thirsty. She's not comfortable because y'all don't have no standards. Black men, you better get some standards. And you cha-cha-cha-cha-bass, you need to get you some damn standards too. Trying to hide back there. It starts with you. Listen. Women always follow the lead of men even when they think they're not. Alright? The reason white women care about getting married so early and care about being thin and all this other stuff is because their men demand it. Same thing with Asian women. Black men generally don't demand anything. This is why y'all don't get stuff. This is why when you guys ask me, how do you get women to cook these meals for you? How do you get women to take you places? How do you get women to be submissive and do all this stuff? Because I demand it. If you're going to be with me, this is what I expect from you. I don't have a problem with a woman telling me what she expects from me because I feel like I can deliver on whatever. But you're going to have expectations too. You're not just going to walk in here, you need to be this, you need to be that, you need to be that. Too many of you men, y'all spend so much time complaining about women's standards, you don't spend enough time making your own. Let that breathe, run it back. Y'all spend too much time complaining about women's standards and not enough time making your own. Make your own. Standards are supposed to be a two-way street. And trust me, if she wants you, she'll hit the damn standard. It's not an accident I can get multiple women to cook for me. It's not an accident I can get multiple women to clean for me. It's not an accident I can get multiple women to follow my lead. It's not an accident I get reciprocation. Because I set a standard for myself. Black men got to start setting a standard for themselves. The reason our women think that we can give them anything, well, how all women think they can give us anything, honestly, is because we allow them to think that they can give us anything. Set a standard for yourself. Show some self-worth. Stop calling yourself a king and start treating yourself like a king, and you won't have so many damn problems. And fat asses like that won't be so damn comfortable coming online talking about how they fat. They're not going to try to lose no goddamn weight, and you better not be fat because they don't like fat people. That comes from you not having no standard. Modern men, specifically modern Hispanic and black men, set the standard and these things will change. Worry about doing that before you complain about it. Can't be mad at shorty when you're accepting it. I am Alex and I am out. Peace.